Right, guys, another absolute banger. All right, removing your vices. Now, the vices are what holds us back. Our vices are these weights, these chains that are strapped to the bottom of our feet that are just holding us back from getting ahead. Okay, now I want to cover the three steps to achieving freedom from your vices. Okay, now I've struggled with vices a lot in the past, and I've found that these three ways are the best, pretty much only effective ways for just completely removing them. Okay, now this isn't just about quitting a vice for 30 days as a challenge. This is about completely getting rid of them forever. All right. Now, a vice knows she is ugly, so she puts on a mask. All right, Benjamin Franklin said this. Now, our vices wear masks to seduce us. Like you'll know this. Like the thoughts in your head when it comes to vices will change. It's only a couple of beers. It's all right. Or you've been working hard. Why don't you take the rest of the day and just don't go to the gym? Just one cig. It's not going to kill me. I'm not going to get lung cancer from one cig. You've eaten clean all day. Just get that Chinese. Just get it. Just get the processed food. Come on. You had your salad at lunch. Or just a quick bump. It's not heroin. It's just a quick bump. Now, your vices will always try and seduce you. And the way that they do this is very effective because it convinces you that it's not as bad as it seems. Okay. And maybe that Chinese tonight, or that one cigarette, or those two beers, maybe they won't be the things that kill you, but the mindset will. The mindset of giving into your vices and the mindset of accepting these vices, accepting this lower standard of living for yourself, that is what is very, very detrimental to a man. Okay. Now, your vices appear in this process: boredom, desire, vice. Okay. Bored. Okay. In a time where we've got all this technology, we've got everything at our fingertips, we find ourselves bored. Okay. We're bored for genuine fulfillment. So we desire something. We desire some form of stimulation. Okay. And that that high, whatever it is. So smoking, booze, weed, doing the dirty turkey with women that you don't really know, gambling, all of these vices fill that void that was developed from that boredom. Okay. We all know this. We all know that we use vices as a distraction for us not living in line with our higher self. So we turn to it. We're like, yeah, we could have the evening working on our online business, but a couple of the guys are off to the pub. I'm just going to go have a few pints. All right. Or, God, I'm tired. It's Sunday. Maybe I should just lie in. I don't need to go to the gym. I've been 3 times this week. Our vices are very, very good at masking themselves. Okay. And there are three ways, three steps to actually removing these. And we're not just going to be putting a plaster on a gunshot wound, we're going to be fixing the core problem. So we address it, we reframe it, and then we replace it. So, addressing the vice, all of us have vices, okay? You cannot say, I'm perfect, I never have any vices, okay? Everyone has them. Everyone that you look up to, they have them. Everyone around you has them. Your family has them. Your role models have them. Celebrities have them. Multi billionaires have them. And I'm not coming at this from an I'm perfect and I don't have any vices. Like people that know me, or if you watch some of my videos where I talk about my old self, you'll know that I've got a fucking lot of vices. All right. However, I've used this 3 step process to remove a lot of them. Okay. And the first step is just to admit and realize that vice that you have. Because some people, they eat shit, they skip the gym, they don't stick to their routine, their sleep schedule's all over the place, they're smoking, but they don't actually realize that for what it is. Okay. Because coming back to it, that vice will have a mask. It will say, yeah, but this, and this. It will give you excuses as to why it isn't a vice. But you need to be brutally honest when you look in that mirror and say, look, Bill, you're out of shape. You're skipping the gym. You're not working as hard as you can. You're scrolling on your phone. You're smoking too much. All of these, You have to look in the mirror and be brutally honest with yourself. That is the first step. You can't move on to the next steps until you've addressed, look, these are vices and I'm going to get rid of them. And then we unmask that vice for what it truly is. Now, this was quite a big step forward for me, was to completely reframe this vice, not for what it is, but for the result afterwards. Now, these vices, they're all negative, okay? They all affect us negatively. And most of the time, they give us instant gratification, okay? When you get that Nicky Rush, or when you have that pizza, or when you just, I don't know, wank yourself blind, like you get that immediate dopamine hit, don't you? So don't think of your vice as that thing. Think of it as the repercussions. Okay, so instead of the Saturday night, think about the wasted Sunday. Instead of the pizza that you eat, think about that feeling of just pure laziness and lethargy afterwards. Each time you fall into a vice, don't think of it as like oh, I missed the gym, or oh, I had a few cigs last night. Think of it as you're taking a step away from your higher self. Now, that is your purpose, becoming and living in line with your higher self. Every time you, like, I don't know how to say it, you partake in a vice, you let it win, you are taking a step away from your higher self. Just frame it as that. And then we move on to replacing it. We know what the vice is, we've unmasked it. We've reframed it so we don't think of it as the SIG, we think about it as stepping away from our higher self. Now we replace it. And it's actually very easy to replace when you have systems in your life. So a vice of yours could be that you lie in, you always hit snooze, you never get out of bed when you say you're going to. If you find yourself in this position, one of the best ways I found was never hitting snooze. That's just a non-negotiable. You get out of bed, have a cold shower, hydrate, like have like a liter of water, and then tell yourself, look, when you're in that cold shower, if I get through the cold shower, and then if I hydrate and I still want to get back into bed, I can do. Just tell yourself that, because pretty much every single time, once you've got your cold shower, you're hydrated, you're going to feel awake and you're never going to want to go back to bed. It's the same with work. If you're just so struggling so much to get into a task, just set a timer for 10 minutes. Just say, look, I'm just going to do 10 minutes. If in 10 minutes time of focused work, I still don't want to do it, then I won't. I'll go for a walk or I'll go to the gym. But like I say, pretty much every single time, you're going to get into it, okay? All you have to do is just get that initial start going. And again, another system, if you find yourself scrolling a lot, like one of the things I use is I never take my phone into my bedroom. Like it's like there's a force field on my bedroom wall that won't allow my phone to go in there. Just never have it. Like your bedroom is for sleeping, okay? If you find yourself like 8, 9, 10 p.m., whatever you go to bed, go into your bedroom, have your Kindle, have book, but just don't take laptop or phone in there ever. And you won't find yourself scrolling until like 3 a.m. Okay. And if you think, oh, but I need my phone for an alarm clock, that's fucking cope. All right. You're not going to be using it as an alarm clock. You're going to be using it primarily for scrolling like a little degenerate. All right. Buy yourself a £5 alarm clock. Okay. That means you can stick to this system of never having your phone or your laptop in your room. Okay. And if you ever get that temptation to cheat on your diet, let's say you don't know what to cook, you might have to go to the shops and buy stuff, get a meal prep company to do it for you. Have all your meals in the fridge just ready, so there's no excuse for you to skip that. Okay. There's no option. Okay. A lot of these come down to when you're replacing your vices is removing the option to fall into that vice. When I don't have my phone in my bedroom and I'm in there, I don't have the option to scroll or do anything else. Like, it's so good. So I've forgotten where I was going with that. Yeah, so create systems around your vices. Obviously, everyone has their own vices. Okay. I'm trying to think of some examples. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but systemize your life. Look at, first of all, address the vices, admit that you have them, be brutally honest with yourself when you look in the mirror. Be like, no, you're fucking out of shape. You're lazy. You're not doing X, Y, and Z. Get your shit together. And then for each of them, reframe them. Look, you're hitting snooze. Does your higher self hit snooze? Does your higher self skip leg day? Does your higher self go out boozing with his mates like 3 times a week? No, he doesn't. All right. Every vice that you partake in, I still don't know how to word that. Every vice that you do, every time you give into your vice, let's say, you're stepping away from your higher self. So there's no room. The places that you want to go, the success that you want to achieve, there's no room for these. Okay. And finally, create systems to replace each of these vices. Okay. Okay. So I hope you've liked this, guys. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're feeling on top of the world. I hope you're out there becoming your best self. And I will see you tomorrow.